Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Malinga Sise of Urban Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful. And for those who are still new, please kindly consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Guys, we have made it to 100k subscribers and I am so grateful. Today I want us to talk about the local breeds. It is long when we last talked about them, but I've realized that a few of you are also interested in this local breed, so I don't want to leave anyone outside, but to tame them, to make them all come together, because they are very stubborn. You realize that some of them are loitering in the compound, so we are first going to feed them to at least make sure that they all come together. So let's get inside the farm and we do our work. So guys, today I want us to learn something about these birds. As you can see, their numbers have reduced because I've been also feeding on them. Honestly, I have been feeding on these birds. My family have been feeding on these birds. But I want us to know that it is really very easy and very cheap to take care of these local birds in a way that, like currently, okay, I just mix for them the maize bran. Even I can just give them maize bran alone and they feed on it and there is no problem. Unlike the layers and the broilers, whereby their feeding is a bit like there's particular ingredients that you must mix in their feeds. But with these local birds, it is very cheap and easy to take care of them. Now, like you can see, I've only given them the maize bran, and this that I don't have the money to buy their feeds, okay? I just mix for them the maize bran. But you realize that they will still lay eggs, and when you slaughter them, you realize that they are still very fatty. And then also I can give them other things like tomatoes, like the plantain stems or the matoke stems, and still the birds are surviving. And so many of you have been asking me about the turkeys. You can see I have like 6 turkeys here, because I have 6 turkeys. I have 4 female turkeys and 1 and 2 male turkeys. And someone was asking me that, how do I manage to make this turkey lay inside the gate? Because most people say these turkeys normally fly away. But one shocking thing is that this morning I entered the chicken house and realized the turkey was laying where it always hatches from. Because previously it used to lay outside, but at this time it just went straight inside the house and started laying from there. But I've realized that these birds, so long as you feed them well, so long as you give them enough drinking water, honestly, these birds will be able to stay in a domestic way, like at home where you want them to stay. So here I make sure the drinking water is there, and then I make sure at least there is something for these birds to feed on. Even when I don't have this other, let's say the maize bran that I've been talking about, I can still give them the banana, the tomatoes. I can chop onions and give this, but at least there is something the birds will feed on. So with these local birds, you just need to draw a timetable for how you're going to manage these birds. And then someone was complaining that their local birds normally don't hatch the eggs. If it lays like 10 eggs, it ends up hatching only 2 eggs. So that one we are going to get inside, because there are some, we have a duck that is hatching today, and then also we have other birds that have laid eggs. And then if you can see, there are smaller chicks that have just laid them, brought them out. These ones, they are like 15 or 16 in numbers. Others are outside. Actually, others are here. Okay, others are this side. They are very healthy. Okay, they are right here. Others are right here. Only that they are so much used to getting outside. Okay, they are 16 in numbers, but this was hatched by only one hen. Okay, it was hatched by one hen. So I want to go inside and explain to you how you can make your hen to hatch almost all the eggs. So let's get inside. So this is where our local birds sleep, and you should always make sure that you keep it clean. Now here I normally sweep it after every 2 days. Okay, so where the turkey is laying from is right here. Right here. Let me go and show them. You can see that is where our mother turkey is laying. Actually, it's even laid today. Okay, but if you can see how I had covered the place, cameraman, if I show them, actually the chicken had just hatched from there. Okay, so after like 2 days, it also started laying from there. But you can see how I've covered this place. Is a bit dark. Okay, I just did it very simply. But I just did it like this, and it attracted this turkey to just go straight where it used to hatch from. And honestly, for the first time, the turkey is laying from inside. It has not disturbed me going outside. Actually, I've also made another laying point this side. Only that I haven't yet put the things inside. But this is also going, I'm very sure another turkey is also going to lay from there. Now, I want to show you where our chicken lay. I've showed you this before. Now I have this chicken that is laying eggs. Okay, and those are the eggs. See, but I want to assure you this is not only one hen laying from here, because if you see the color of the eggs are different. Okay, but me as the owner of the birds, I already know which one is laying. So this one is one hen is the one laying this one. Then we have also this color which is more white. Okay, so these are also some of the problems I'm facing right now, because my laying points are not so many and I have so many female birds. So you realize that some of them end up mixing the eggs. And then I also have this one which is sitting on the eggs. It has around 12 eggs or even 15, I'm not very sure. Okay, but this was a hen that I raised from here. It was hatched from here and I raised it from here. So actually so many of these hens nowadays, I raise them from here. So now I want to explain to you reasons why sometimes your birds will end up not hatching their eggs. Now in a setting where the birds are sleeping, where other birds, the hens are also laying from, you realize that at night when these birds come to sleep, they all enter inside the laying boxes or the laying nests, and you find they leave their droppings there, or they also sleep on the same eggs. So it makes it very difficult for that egg sometimes to hatch, because it gets contaminated, because once the birds drop their poo or droppings on these eggs, it makes it very dirty, and later it also can easily make it infected by some of these poultry infections or poultry diseases. So it is not good. When the birds are laying, you make sure you have to protect those eggs. And then also another reason why those eggs might end up not hatching. Sometimes when the cocks are not many and there are so many female birds, so you realize other birds ends up not their eggs ends up not getting fertilized, because maybe you have only one cock. Now like here I have only one cock, but I don't have very many hens. I've managed to eliminate most of the hens. So I think I have currently I have around 8 hens, by incident the one cock is enough to serve the 8 hens. So make sure the female birds are not very many that can overwork the cock, so other eggs will end up not being fertilized. But also the eggs might be fertilized, but if you don't keep it safe, and clean, and you allow other birds to keep sleeping on those eggs. So me, what I do at night when they're sleeping, I normally come and cover this place. But it's a bit tricky with the ducks, because the ducks that I have, they normally lay at night. Now I have one that is laying there, laying right there, but you realize it has just started laying, and that duck, I raised it from here, it was hatched from here. So it is laying, and we have other female ducks. So ideally it is really very easy to take care of these local birds. Now we have our mother duck here that is hatching today. You can see even a duckling is down here. But this duck has really done wonders for me, because so far I've received over, I can say over, I think over 60 ducks from this one mother duck, because I have two main mother ducks that I brought the first time in this farm, but I ended up getting over 100 ducks from these two mother ducks. So it has also hatched. It had 10 eggs, but I think one day it was getting out and one egg fell down. So currently it has only 9. So I want us to first remove, because I've got this duckling down. So I want to understand. We are going to remove it and show you. It is tough, eh? You have to be very careful when you're holding it. But it is a very good mother, eh? But normally what I do, when it finishes to hatch, I'll just get all the ducklings and go and brood them. Then for it, I leave it. So you can see there so far. Wow. So this one is also in the process, you can see. You can see it is almost coming out. Then I have, because I'm seeing 3 eggs left. But this one, this egg, I got it behind there, so I don't know whether it will hatch today. This one is also in the process. See, it is already coming out. So far out of 9 eggs, I'm seeing 6 ducklings are already there. Others are hiding the other side. Let me just bring them here. Wow. So there are just, yes, there are 6 in number. So let us leave it to first finish hatching. I think I'll remove the ducklings tomorrow. But one thing that I want you to know about the ducks, first of all, I think it is one of the easiest bird to take care of. Okay? Because it rarely falls sick. And then secondly, it also has a very tender meat. The meat is very, very delicious. So I want to encourage all of you, let us take up taking care of these local birds. It is also very lucrative. Okay, it's not that okay, most people say they do not grow very fast, of which I admit. Okay, because you realize that I feed them on starter pellets, and then grower pellet I normally give them like for only 2 weeks. But you realize their growth, you can't compare it to, let's say, sasso, let's say the croilers or the broilers or the layers. Okay, the layers also do not grow very fast, okay, but it is faster than the local birds. But honestly, the local birds is also very easy to take care of in terms of feeding. And then diseases, I normally manage these birds for the first, like when they just hatch them, immediately I start mixing these herbal remedies that I've always talked about. So I would advise all of you, or invite all of you, to take up also with the local birds. It is also very, very lucrative. And I realize in the market, when you go to buy them, they're very, very expensive. So for today, that is all I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for loving me. But if you're still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video, comment in the comment section down below, and I will be so grateful. See you next time. I love you all. Bye bye.